While having the appearance of an ill-detailed remake from the outside, the brand new Beats Studio Pro comes with a ton of new features that solidify the unique appeal of the company as a brand that relies on a dual ecosystem. However, Sony WH-1000XM5 still, as expected, holds up to be Sony's latest flagship noise-cancelling headphones with a tremendous appeal due to their heritage with performance that blows away the competition. Which kind of brings us to the question, which one of these high-end cans would be the perfect choice for you? Find out more in our video today. While having a quote-unquote similar appearance to the Studio 3s that have been released back in 2017, you cannot help but feel like the Studio Pro from Beats is one of those trendy and cheap remakes that companies do to make their products feel more appealing. While the design language may be debatable considering the fact it's almost a cultural hatchet and resonated with a lot of celebrities and sports stars, you just cannot help but feel a bit weird by seeing the same thing over and over again. Regardless, the form is pretty similar, but the inner working, like the audio architecture, has been completely redesigned, which relies on a ton of new features such as transparency mode, personalized spatial audio, and finally, as a breath of fresh air, lossless music playback over USB-C. However, we cannot help but notice how these upgrades aren't apparent at first glance. I mean, come on, they're Beats headphones with that signature creak when you try to adjust the cups, and the build is pretty plasticky apart from the middle hinge and sliders, and it feels pretty clamped up on your head. However, an addition of a side-loading carrying case alleviates a bit of that unsatisfied feeling with the fact that it comes included with both a 3.5mm headphone jack and USB-C cords with individual pockets for each, which is a first for Beat or an Apple headphone, dealer's choice. Now, the 1000XM5 from Sony, on the other hand, makes a solid first impression with a fresh and clean design, clear sound, and an even better ANC. With a complete and well-made redesign of Sony's iconic lineup, the 1000XM5 has a headband that's slightly thinner and replaces the arms in favor of stems that runs down the center, which makes a clear nod at the inspiration from the likes of Bose and Apple. However, to the heart of the matter, the Beats Studio Pro comes with custom 40mm drivers that are quote-unquote engineered for optimal clarity with near-zero distortion even at high volume. This emphasizes their mission to rest your ears from dirty and relentless bass, but instead produce a powerful yet balanced sound profile that will highlight the subtle nuances of your audio. Combining those drivers with the new micro vents and acoustic mesh inside the headphones, and clarity would be the last thing you'd ever need to worry about. Beats overall have come up with a near-perfect sounding pair of headphones, at least in comparison to themselves. Now, Sony, on the other hand, comes with a lot more changes with the switch from 40 to 30mm carbon fiber drivers, which makes them sound tighter, brim with details, and cleans up the muddy bass lines that would have been an issue with their predecessor. However, as a trade-off, you get much less of an auditory oomph from them, in a manner of speaking. For ANC, Beats claims the headphones can analyze your environment tens of thousands of times per second, and while it does seem like a stretch and with no way of confirming such claims, the upgraded microphone array does a pretty decent job of cutting off unwanted noise. The transparency mode is also up to the mark, where the surrounding audio comes in clean and natural without any kind of noticeable latency. When connected over USB-C, the Studio Pros are able to support lossless and high-res audio up to 24-bit 48 kHz from the supported streaming services, alongside spatial audio and dynamic head tracking. However, for Sony, you'll get the same QN1 processor but now with a secondary variant to crank up the level even further. And as a result, the headphones cut out street noise and voices more than ever before, which could be considered as a direct improvement. The XM5 still supports LDAC, which is a supreme addition to enjoying quality music without having to plug in the headphones. However, this is only exclusive to Android. The cans also come with support for multi-point, and you gotta choose between either multi-point or LDAC. As for runtime, the Beats Studio Pro can run for 40 hours with ANC turned off and a solid 24 hours with ANC or transparency mode turned on. Alternatively, the XM5 from Sony can provide 30 hours with noise cancellation and stretch well beyond if you turn the feature off. You can get your hands on the Beats Studio Pro for $350, whereas the 1000XM5 will cost you a bit more at $399. Now, if you're in the mood for getting a pair of cans that comes with the iconic Beats look and built to distinguish them from the rest, the Studio Pros can deliver a couple of features that'd be a first of Beats and Apple. And considering these cans are the first Apple headphones to offer genuine and lossless audio through USB-C, it's hard not to see the appeal. However, if you're more into the ANC segment or better sound quality in general, you need to add a few more bucks and get the 1000XM5, since apart from better quality, you'll get a longer battery life and a solid ANC experience Sony has a reputation of. So that was our 2 cents on the Beats Studio Pro versus Sony 1000XM5. Which one of these cams would you be going with and why? Do let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, as we would love to hear from you. And as for everything else, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.